The Hyper Editor in Logic is a grid-based sort of sequencing tool, and it's really useful for programming intricate drum loops and drum patterns. It's far more kind of intuitive than trying to do it by hand or using the piano roll. So I'm going to demonstrate using creating a drum loop using the Hyper Editor. So I've just popped in a software instrument Roland 909 drum kit, and the next thing you need to do, the first thing you need to do is using your tools up here, you create a blank region and then open up the Hyper Editor. The Hyper Editor will probably load up with a default kind of set, if you like, and best thing to do is to delete the Hyper set and get rid of it by going to the Hyper drop down menu and delete Hyper set. You'll probably have something here that says like volume and channel and a whole set of other MIDI controller values. Okay, so you can create your own Hyper set. I mean, if you're doing drums, you could always load up a preset drum set, a general MIDI drum set. If you click on that, it gives you all of the drums that you find in a general MIDI drum kit, and they're usually going to be exactly the same in terms of assignment of sounds to all of the software instrument drum sets that are inside Logic. Or you can create your own Hyper set, which is a bit more tricky, but if you want something that's a bit more tidy than this without all of the various sounds that are there. So I'm just going to use this. So I just went to create general MIDI drum set, and you can see here that each of the sounds has got a grid next to it. I'm looping around one bar here, and there's no notes in here at the moment. So I'm going to use the pencil tool, the local pencil tool to the Hyper Edit window, and I'm going to find the bass drum, which is here, kick 1, and I can see when I select kick 1 over on the left hand side we've got some values, some quantization values, grid values for the kick. I'm going to just change it to quarter notes, and you'll see here now that my grid for the kick drum changes into quarter notes. And if I now click, it's going to give me a bass drum sound. Okay, and I can literally just click and drag, so it's really quick to drop notes in, and you can adjust the velocities of the individual notes as well. Okay, so it won't allow me to draw anywhere else apart from on that grid and quarter notes. Okay, let's play it, have a listen. And there it is, the bass drum. So if I want my hi-hat then to be sort of slightly more complex, maybe 16th notes, I'm going to choose a grid of 16ths and I'm going to draw in hi-hat. I'm going to vary the velocity gradually throughout the bar as well, to give it a bit of movement. And I'm going to put in a snare drum, and the snare drum, I'll leave that on 16ths as well, do some nice little snare drum patterns. So on the 2 and the 4, I'm going to drop in a couple of ghost notes as well, just before and after. A lot quieter velocity. Okay, try popping in another instrument. And there we have it. So that's using the Hyper Editor with a general MIDI drum set preset. You can see how it works with the different grid options. You draw in your notes. If you want to delete and remove notes, it's really easy. You just make sure they're highlighted and you press delete button, or alternatively you can use the eraser tool to quickly get rid of notes that you've put Okay, so it's really quick, really simple, an extremely useful tool for programming. And that's it.